Stop. Go on, take 2 steps back. Turn to your left.
What way to your right?
That's it. I always think right with my right.
Come on.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming out tonight. There's going to be a couple of speeches, so if you'd like to listen in, we promise to keep them as short if it starts raining. But I'd just like to first introduce Mr. Tony Trickett, the Lord Lieutenant. Thank you very much. He's a bit scared to come first, so we're going to pass you on to the Vice Convener first. So if you'd like to go put your hands together for the Vice Convener. Thank you very much.
Okay, good afternoon, Lord Lieutenant, members of the military, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to be here today to pay tribute to the members of the armed forces who have so loyally supported and served not only this community but the country for many, many years, many of whom have paid the ultimate sacrifice with their lives. And it gives us great pleasure to be here today to pay homage to all those present. Later tonight we'll have a small reception for members of the parade here, at which I would hope to elaborate a wee bit on that. But notwithstanding that, we should never forget those who have gone before us here today. Only recently we had a local government election here in Orkney where unfortunately it was only something like 50% of the population actually turned out to vote. That is something that concerns me, and as I've said already to many young people, we should never forget there are cemeteries all over Orkney for people who have paid the ultimate sacrifice with their lives so that we can actually live in the world that we live in today. And for them past and for those present, I thank you all for your contribution. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Convener. Thank you all for coming. I'm heartened to see quite a crowd on this poor day. The parade, I think, is splendid. Of course, led by our own British Legion, and of course by the Kirkwall branch of the Royal British Legion. Well done. And with some of the ones from the volunteer uniformed organisations. I'm pleased to say that our reserve forces here are in good heart. There are 18 in the TA, one of whom has just returned quite safely from Afghanistan, and around 30 cadets, which is quite heartening. We may well be far removed in Orkney from the current conflicts, but we must remember, in living memory, this county of ours hosted thousands and thousands of servicemen, and of course the home fleet in Scapa Flow. And it was from here that the ships sailed in our defence, and also the escorts for the Arctic convoy, that such important voyage took place. And we must remember also that Scapa Flow itself is the last remaining grave for those hundreds of men and boys who were lost from the Royal Oak and from the Vanguard. Earlier this month I was honoured and privileged to represent Orkney at the Queen's Diamond Jubilee celebrations in London. Now, on our way there, we visited the National Memorial Arboretum, something fairly far removed from here. It was quite a moving experience, and anybody who saw the television this morning would have seen it there with the Olympic torch. In the Arboretum itself, there are 150 acres of young trees. 200 different organisations had erected memorials to those within the organisations that had been lost. They were all different. Some were small, some were large. But on a large mound towering above this was the Armed Forces Memorial itself, a 15-foot high wall of white Portland stone in a circle with two inner walls, and they bear the names of all the service people who have lost their lives since the Second World War. 16,000. That amazed me. And there's space, perhaps even more poignant, space for another 15,000. And rather evocative of Orkney, to me, there's a slit in the two walls which allows the sun to shine through onto a bronze wreath on a plinth in the centre at 11 a.m. on the 11th of November, Armistice Day, every year. Over the years, so many have lost their lives or been maimed in the defence of this country, and we are ever grateful for their sacrifice. And so we thank them all for so willingly putting their lives at risk in order to protect us from all manner of dangers. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I've been asked to speak on behalf of the Commanding Officer of 71 Engineer Regiment for the Armed Forces, and it's basically just to thank all of you, the public yourselves, for your support. Basically, this whole week and that, so it's about thanking us, is showing your support, and that's more important nowadays than before. As you can imagine, lots of things are squeezing, lots of things are becoming very difficult these days, and people are starting to feel a lot more unappreciated. So it's even more important that we do show our support, and it's more important that you show that you do care about us. What I'd just like to do is, if we can get the parade to put their hands together, just to say thank you to all the public. Thank you for Mr. Tony Trickett, Lord Lieutenant, and the Council, the Orkney Island Council themselves. Thank you for everything that they do, because the support is important and we do appreciate it. Thank you. Good news is the rain's about to come, so I would like to hand the parade over now to Staff Sergeant Daintiff. Where is he here hiding? There you are, get to the front. And if you'd like to fall out the parade and enjoy the rest of the day. Please be aware that there are a few stands over there. If you wish to come and talk to us and speak to us, we're more than happy. And there is free lollipops at our stand if you want to come over and get a lollipop. Thank you very much.
To your duties, fall out!
Thank you, guys.
Yes.
Men, by the light, quick, march.
And by the way,